It's time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Brought to you by Joe Lunghammer Chevrolet of Waterford. Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dr. T.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday.
You guys, you are listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we are on every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and the replay at noon. Yeah. What's up, Dr. T? How you feeling?
You know what? I'm doing good, Queen. It's a great Saturday morning. I'm in the studio. I'm ready to roll.
Well, you got your orange on. You looking fly. Got out the car and just jumped out like it was 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's 5:30.
Listen, when you ain't got to get ready when you stay ready, okay?
You're born to win. Wake up to win.
You know what? Every day.
Every day?
I woke up to win.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited. So listen, I'm real excited about those individuals that came to pick up their gift cards last week for calling in on the show. Listen, y'all still have time to get a gift card. Y'all better call in this week.
Well, not this show.
Every show.
Okay, so you're going to get card?
Yeah.
Okay.
They call in this week. Come on, let's go. What's the call-in number?
I don't know.
Yes, you know that.
866-423-9578. The number is 866-423-9578. You can call in because Dr. T is giving away a gift card this morning.
Yes.
She's giving out her pocket. You can pick it up at I'm not even going to call.
From the dealership.
Right. I was about to call her out where she was going to be today, and she probably would throw something at me right now.
Yeah, I will. But I am excited. I am going to be somewhere today. So, yeah, I'll be at the Salvation Army today for the resource fair. So if you are in Detroit or the surrounding areas, you want to join us today at 3729 West Chicago. That's in Detroit, Michigan, at the Salvation Army Temple Corps. We are having a resource fair, and we got some stuff that you and your family can use.
So what's going on with the resource? You guys have, is it tables or?
So yes, we have vendors. So there's vendors there, but there are also going to be doctors there. We have the dental clinic, the vision clinic. There is Aetna that'll be there. There's someone that's from Molina that'll be there.
So I can come get my teeth cleaned?
You can come and get some information about getting your teeth cleaned, and you will get a gift bag so there'll be toothbrushes and dental floss, things to keep your teeth healthy and clean. And so, yeah, you'll get information about vision.
Free toothpaste?
Yeah, you'll
get
free
toothpaste. Can you grab me some toothpaste? Some mouthwash for my breath?
So you'll be able to get those things. And what I love about the vision clinic, there are some new technique out for children, babies. So, normally babies don't go get vision tests. And so they have some new technology.
So babies,
babies like newborns, like when they're first couple of months in and there may be something going on with their vision. They're trying to understand what's going on.
But that's new technology, is that right?
Yeah, that's new technology. And so that's why I love technology. It's ever growing. Stuff is always turning up. So.
Okay, I'm about to call Dr. T out. She says she loved technology, and we're always talking about your phone and Cece's the daughter's already going. Cece's on this morning, so technology.
Listen, yeah, I love it. I didn't say I was the best at it, but I said that I love it.
So you embrace it.
Yeah, I embrace it because I have no choice. We live in a world where technology is almost 90% of everything that we do.
Well, I was talking to a customer this week, and she was saying, I got all these I don't need to hook my own star up. I don't need to do this. I don't need to program this. I'm like, you know what? This you may not know how to work everything in your car because I don't, right? I need to be able to, push the button.
You need to be able to push that blue button for OnStar.
Right,
okay?
That's it. She's like, why do I have to push it? I said, because that's how the queen gets graded. I need you to do your welcome call with OnStar. And so you know what I did? I tricked her. I did it different. Mm-hmm. After she talked to me, she came in. Because this lady actually heard me on the radio. And she said, Regina, I've been to 4 places. I've been turned down 4 places. All 4 places had me come in. They said they can do something for me. They take my application. I do it online. I come in. And then they tell me they can't do anything for me. She said, I drive my car there and I just know I'm leaving. She said, this time, I figured I was going to drive myself because she wasn't going to trade her car in. But she said, I'm going to drive myself. I'm going to come in. I'm going to be ready to go. Mm-hmm. She said, but I'm going to have my car sitting outside in case you tell me no, and I can drive back home. So, and I said, well, I need you to give me, I'm going to give you the VIN number. I got a deposit from her, gathered all her information, had her car cleaned. When she got there, she knew her car payment. Usually people come see me, they don't know everything. I gave her everything because I didn't want to set up for failure again.
That's good.
But listen, what she did was, she said, after you took my deposit to hold the car, she knew I was in. She said, I knew I was in. And I said, why? I said, you woke up this morning to win. And I said, your birthday is on June 15th? I said, happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
So let me just give a shout out to you right here, Queen. And so for all those that are listening, I always refer to Queen out because if you have bruised credit or if you know that you have difficulties and you need someone to help walk you through the process, she is the one. When I tell you she is the Queen of car loans, Fred and I were talking about her on yesterday, and I was just saying, you know what, she earned this title. This isn't a title that somebody gave to you. You know, didn't nobody just wake up and say, oh, we're going to call you Regina, the Queen of car loans. No, you go 99.5% with your clients. So basically, they just need to go the 1% with you. So you set this woman up for success, even though she had been turned down. And I appreciate that. So you had every step already worked out for her so that when she walked in, all she had to do was complete her process.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you have a team, not this car deal, she already had her insurance, right? But if you don't have your insurance, you know, I'm going to get you approved. I'm going to tell you what your we call them steps. You need your 2 current pay stubs. You need a piece of mail, like a light bill. We call it PRR, proof of residence. Light bill, gas bill, bank statement, something in your name that matches your address. Now, not junk mail, but something that puts you at your address. Again, light bill, gas bill, phone bill, cell phone, credit card bill. And then if you don't have insurance, this is when I connect you with our guest that joins us every month, Kone Bowman with Bowman Associates. So we get everything together for you, and we set you up for success, and you get that quote before you come in so that you can pay for your insurance before you get there or when you get to the dealership. Because time is money, money is time. So we set you up for everything. We set you up for everything when you come in. We want you to come in, sign your paperwork, and then we give you the keys and say, bye-bye.
Listen,
bye-bye.
I appreciate that. You know, I'm used to doing that. I'm used to just saying what I want, walking in and getting it, right? So for all of those that are listening, listen, you can get this information from the Queen.
News you can use.
This is news you can use. Also, you can get online, go to Amazon and get that ebook. You can get the ebook so you can learn some of these techniques she's telling you, and she'll show you, walk you step by step with her ebook.
So it's badcredit.com. Badcredit.com. Put the coupon code in free. You don't have to go to Amazon anymore because now I'm offering it for free.
Listen.
So badcreditbook.com, and they'll get your ebook for free from the Queen.
That's good. So that's news you can use. And that also runs parallel to our word of the day, referral. And so when we were talking about the word of the day, it just kind of came up, referral. So referrals are one of the best ways that you can support people. You can tell them about your experience and you can refer them to the person. For instance, this young woman who came to get her vehicle a few days ago from the Queen, she can refer others to Regina and everyone in her circle. And I'm really passionate about referrals because I support people. And so if you're offering a service to me and you treat me well, I'm going to tell others about you. I'm going to tell others about you. And if you're in my circle and you have a product or if you have a small business, I'm going to support you. And oftentimes what I learn is that people in your circle, they don't necessarily support you like they should. So referrals are the best way to tell someone you appreciate them and that the services they offer to you, that you were pleased with them.
So you think about it, when you go to the doctor, if you have something going on with you and they can't help you or they see something that's happening with you, with your body or even anything, they refer you out. They refer you to another physician, another doctor in their network who they have a relationship with.
Absolutely.
So it goes hand in hand. When you go to the doctor refers you to another doctor. When you looking to buy a product, to buy a car, you refer them who you want you refer them who you want to refer them to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you look to go buy, say if you look to go buy, you endorse a soap, like Dove soap. We're going to say Dove soap, right?
Right.
If someone says, well, what kind of soap do you use?
Dove sensitive
soap,
skin.
right? Or I use Neutrogena for my skin,
Yeah.
My face. So what soap do you use? What kind of lotion do you use?
Yeah.
So it's about referring.
Yes, and I love that. So even me as a therapist, right? So if I'm working with a client and we have hit a wall and we're not going any further, then I can talk to them. I say, you know what?
Bam, against that wall.
So sometimes you can go so far with a client, and sometimes you have to refer them out. Maybe the trauma exceeds whatever you're able to help them with. So for me, I have a list of people that I refer my clients to once we get to an area in therapy. Mm-hmm. So if I see us not advancing, and if I see, okay, I've gotten them to where they need to be, then they need to go somewhere else. I don't mind referrals. I think referrals are necessary.
So at the dealership, when you buy a car from me, or you lease a car from me, we have our service department. We refer to our service department, our body shop. You get in an accident, whether you buy a car at the dealership or not, someone says, I found out someone gets in an accident. I'm always saying, well, check out our body shop.
Yeah, you
check
do
out
that.
Yeah, check out our body shop, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to necessarily be a GM product. It can be a Ford, it can be a Chrysler, and the body shop will take care of you. So it's all about supporting each other.
That's
because
true.
you never know when you're going to need someone. To me, the referrals are the best source. And that's the best part of what I love. I love what I do, because when you send me a referral, that's like, okay, most of the time I deliver them. Most of the time I put them into a vehicle. So, but yeah, so we are going to take a break, and we'll be right back with
Master Baker Cierra Crudup from Delicious Sweets Bake Shop.
Cierra Crudup.
Oh, Lord. We'll be right back.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule the next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
And we are back to be in the driver's seat, and we're so excited. We have Master Baker and CEO of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop
CEO.
and Craven Cookies. Good morning, Sierra.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
So
Y'all singing today.
Listen. You know, Diana Ross was in town, Sierra, and that's Regina. That's the Queen's favorite artist. And
No,
so
my favorite artist is Donna Summers. She's
Donna
dead.
Summers and Diana. Well, she likes Diana Ross, right? And so we didn't get to go to the concert, so we just in unison this morning singing, paying tribute to Diana Ross. So for those that are listening,
Diana Ross called me though.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me to come down to her hotel room, but it was kind of late. I said, I got to get up in the morning.
Oh, okay. So that's why
We're going to breakfast this morning. I had a surprise for you this morning.
Oh, okay.
Me, you, and Donna Ross is going.
Okay. All right, y'all. All
breakfast.
right. I'm excited.
I'm coming out.
Hey. So, Sierra, let's get into it this morning. So what are we talking about?
Today we are talking about focus on those who support you, not the ones who don't.
Ooh.
I think I do that every day.
Let's see. Let's see. Focus on those who support you and not those. So you're going to have to help me with this one because, sometimes we expect people to support us because we support them. So let's get into it.
Yes. I'm glad you said that because a lot of times as business owners or as professionals, we expect certain people to support us.
And do.
Mostly our family and friends. And the reality is sometimes those are the people who do not support you. So we as professionals and business owners need to focus on the people who do support us versus the ones who do not. And it can be very hurtful. If you open something, you have a business or you have a service that you provide and the people that's closest to you, they don't support you, but then you see them supporting everyone else. That could be very hurtful.
So do you think sometimes that we get in our feelings because of that or should we, do we get in our feelings because we feel that people that are close to us don't support us?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you get in your feelings. So you get in your feelings.
Well, I don't anymore, but I will tell you, when I first started my business, I would get in my feelings, especially when I would see people that I know going other places to order cakes when I do cakes, or I've even experienced people coming to me when they want a discount. It's like, I'll go to my cousin or my niece when I want a discount, but any other time I'll go to this other person and pay the price that they tell me.
Wow, that's something. So, Cierra, talk to us a little bit about that. Like you said in the beginning of your business, you used to get in your feelings. So, what changed your outlook on, the support?
What changed my outlook was the fact that I found a group of people or many people that did support my business, and then that allowed me to focus on them versus the people who don't support me. And I think as a business owner or anyone who's starting something, you will feel some type of way. You will be in your feelings, but once you start to shift your focus on getting the new clients and the new customers and the people who don't know you and they think what you offer is absolutely amazing, you can focus on them versus the people who don't support you. And then that'll stop you from being so upset and in your feelings.
Well, you know what? One thing I noticed, I've been watching you real closely the last 90 days, and I just see you forming a relationship with other businesses, doing other things, bridging the gap far as, someone opened a business, you're actually sharing it, you're going to the grand opening, or if you can't make it, it just seems like you guys are linked up some kind of way. Now, is that true what I'm seeing, or I'm just not seeing the right thing?
No, it is true.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, it is absolutely true. And I'm a firm believer that you should collaborate with other people and work with them because you can grow so much more further if you work with other people. You can't do everything on your own. So, and I read something not too long ago, and it said that competition is like at the bottom and collaboration is at the top. And people who are really going further are collaborating, but those who are competing, they're at the bottom, like scrambling with each other.
Wow. So, Cierra, talk to the listeners now about, so you kind of talked about focusing on those who support you, but what about, so you talked about your maybe family members wanting deals. So how do you get family members on the same page as you, as far as this is a business, this is what we're doing, the same rules apply here that applies at Dunkin' Donuts, if that's the case? So how do you get people in that mindset?
I tell people, especially new business owners, to start off with the standard. You have to set the standard and the tone for your business. So you can't start off giving your family and friends discounts and deals because they're going to continue to expect that. And then you want to switch it up once you're tired of it or realize you're not making any money. So you have to set the standard. Hey, auntie, you want to purchase this cake from me? This is the cost. And when they, that's too much. That costs too much. I can, why are you charging me so much? I need a deal. Well, if they were to go and buy it from someone else, they would have to pay the full price.
Well, if
So
they go
treat my business the same.
Well, if they go to Sam's Club, if they go to Costco's, if they go to Kroger, if they go to Myers, if they go to the Sad Corner store, they're not going to get a deal. The price is the price.
No, they're not. Not at all.
So this is one thing what I learned too. When let's just talk about real estate for a minute. If you employ a realtor, right? A realtor wants their money. They want their commission for buying a house. They don't want to be negotiated. But the same realtor that's actually looking to buy a car, that same real estate person wants a deal when it's coming to buy a car. But nobody offers to discount their services. I know this personally because I got plenty realtor friends, right? And they might be listening to get the word back to them, but they don't offer a deal when it comes to their services, real estate services. But when they buy a car, they want a deal.
Yeah, but
they want a deal.
They want a deal. But you know what?
They
One
want
of
a
the
deal.
things I remember saying this many years ago, but those who can't afford your prices are not your customers. So kind of talk to us, Sierra, how you market.
Oh.
Yeah, those who can't afford your price is not your customer.
But they don't want to afford your price.
But here's the thing,
because
what I'm
they'll
learning.
go somewhere else and pay.
But here's the thing, I'm learning that people afford what they want to afford. So Sierra, talk to the listeners a little bit about that. Like, how do you, keep your, like you said, your standard, regardless to what's going on around you? How do you set the standard so that Delicious Sweets can stay in business?
Well, I think it's really, it's a good example when I have customers who do not know me and they come and they purchase what they want. Some may pay in full if it's a cake order, and they don't give me any problems. And then I may get a customer who wants the deal, who wants to negotiate. And that's when I have that example of someone paying the price with no issues, those are the customers that I want. And that's a constant reminder when I get those other type of customers, because the reality is they may not be my customer, but there are many, many people out here who are my customers and who won't give me problems, and they'll pay the price that I'm asking.
Those are people that don't know you, because I agree with you, because when people buy cars from me, when it's people that don't know me, that know of me, and then they meet me, these are people that have no problem with paying. These are people that have no problem with not giving me issues, but the people that actually know me, or maybe within my circle, maybe when I say in my circle, far as they come to a dealership and see me, or they know someone that knows me. They're always thinking, they're always trying to get over. But the other people,
I love that you said that.
Get over.
I love that you said that. Yeah.
Now, why
because you know what? The people who don't know you and they've heard about you, they already heard how great you are and what you have to offer, and they just want to purchase from you.
Yeah.
Versus the people who are in your circle, they feel like because they know you, you should be able to cut them a deal or do something for them.
So, Sierra, talk to us a little bit about, you've been in business, you collaborating with others. Talk to us about how you find new products to, introduce to your customers. So how do you, since you have some that supports you and they're going to come and try new things, like what is it, the driving force, or what is it that you think about when it's time to present something to your customers that support you?
Well, I just talked about this on a podcast, and, ways that I stay innovative or on top of the new things in my field. A lot of times I follow trends. So, we live in a very big social media world. So there's a lot of things that inspire me on social media. But then sometimes I just get in the kitchen and I'm like, okay, I want to create a new product. And I get in there and just do it. I think about my customers and the things that they like, but I always want to be providing something new to get them to come back and try something else. And, I thought about this yesterday at the bakery. It can be a little, I don't want to say create a problem, but a lot of times I have people that come here and it's so hard for them to decide on what they want because I have so many different options. And then they're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to choose. You got this, you got this, you got that. But I like to provide a variety and keep coming out with new things so that it doesn't get boring for me or for the customer.
So I would like to say you take one of this, one of that. Let me see, one of each. You got 10 choices.
Yes.
You can get 5 out of the 10 here.
Wow.
But the minimum is 5 that you can purchase.
So Cierra, I mean, this is good information. So if you have a listener now that's interested in getting into business, kind of give them 2 points that will help them to succeed.
I would say the first thing is all of us started with 0 clients, and we had to build our business and put ourselves out there so that we can get more clients. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. Don't be discouraged when you don't have anyone that you feel like is supporting you. You have to find the people that will support you, and it may not be the people that's in your circle or in your hometown. So that's number one. You can be as big as you want to be, just like Apple. They started with nothing, and they put themselves out there.
Okay.
And then the second thing is to focus on the people who support you. Don't try to get caught up in marketing to your family and your friends. Market to the world. There is a lot of people out there looking to buy what you have to offer. And all it takes is one person to refer you. And once that one person refers you, like I said before, the people have already heard about how great what you have to offer is so great. So they want it. So you don't have to cut yourself short or try to give people deals to take the order or take the offer.
So that's
Just
good.
Be who you are. Put yourself out there.
That's good. Now tell the listeners how they can get in touch with you.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craving Cookies. That's Facebook and Instagram at Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craving Cookies, or dsibakeshop.com.
All right. So you guys heard it here first. Delicious Sweets was on the line, and we'll be right back after we take this break.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
We're back, and we're back with our favorite guest that's on monthly, Kone Bowman, owner of Bowman and Associates. Good morning this morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Saturday.
Yes.
Super excited. Oh, you want me to?
You can go.
You want to go?
You can go.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I'm super excited about the show today, Kone, because I've been thinking about it all week, about your topic, because it's very much needed. Because when you talk about insurance, people don't think about getting insurance until they need it. Yeah. Even when it comes to buying a car, even when they're talking about insuring their valuables in their house. But what are we talking about today? Actually, I just told everybody, right?
Right. Today we're talking about insuring your valuables, and really most times people don't consider certain things that are of value. And I'll say this all the time: we'll insure a car, we'll insure a house, but we never think about insuring our most valuable assets beyond the car and house, which is our life. We have to always make sure that we're taking care of that. I know we've done several segments on life insurance, but even once we expand beyond life insurance, there are other things that we need to make sure we're taking care of to our assets. I mean, even the FDIC insures bank accounts for a certain amount to make sure that your money stays safe.
That's good.
When we start talking about valuables, a lot of people who are renting right now don't think that they have a need for insurance, but you truly do, because if someone comes into your apartment or your house or wherever the places that you're renting, even your place of business, and they trip and fall, you become liable for whatever injuries that are occurred during that trip and fall.
But so you've been saying, Bessie, because a lot of people that's renting think the owner of the house is responsible.
Or the apartment complex or wherever they at is responsible. So are you saying it's your responsibility if I'm inside of the apartment or the house, wherever I'm renting from, if I'm inside their property or even on their property, if they injure themselves, I'm liable?
Well, there's actually a dual responsibility, because nowadays a lot of apartment complexes and landlords have gotten smart enough to know that they're not going to bear the brunt of the burden themselves.
So they're actually making people, pay rentals insurance separately to them.
Oh, yeah, definitely so.
Okay.
And then they want to be named actually as a subordinate on that insurance policy. So a lot of people get an insurance policy and say, okay, I'm fine. No, the establishment that you're renting from or the person, they want to be named as an additional insured on that policy to make sure that they're not bearing the brunt of whatever happens from inside of your unit.
Now, can they get paid, though?
Well, the way that it goes, if something happens to a person, they say that your dog bites someone, Lord forbid, we don't want little Fluffy to bite anyone, but if they did,
not Fluffy.
If Fluffy bites somebody,
not Fluffy.
Okay.
Then you become liable for that because it was on your property or you're the owner of that dog. But now, let's say you're inside of a rental apartment and Fluffy bites somebody as they're entering into your unit. Well, as they're entering into your unit, anything outside of your unit, the landlord becomes responsible for. Anything inside of your unit, you're responsible for.
So can the person sue the landlord? The landlord and the person that actually is running the house?
Well, because of the litigious society that we're living in right now, they're suing everybody and anybody that they think they can. They'll sue the dog catcher because he wasn't there to take the dog.
I hear you. But you know what, Kone? First of all, let me say how appreciative I am that you come on every month and talk about insurance, because I know you briefly said that in the beginning that we have to insure us, but I need you to know that repeating this every month is something that needs to be said, because people still are not getting insurance. They're still not doing it.
But the great thing about he's repeating it, but he's giving different segments of this.
Right, but but personally, I had to deal with someone, close to me that passed that didn't have insurance. And the society that we living in now, it seems like it shouldn't be one uninsured person. It seems like that because our mind makes us think like we got to take care of this. But I love the fact that you keep saying it to us, because it's drilling it like you need to have insurance.
But the burial insurance, people don't think about it until somebody gets sick
or die.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's too late.
Yeah. But is it too late, though? Is it too late?
It is if you don't have insurance.
So if somebody, not if they pass away, I'm talking about if somebody's sick.
Oh.
And, they're ill and they want to get insurance or they want to get on their loved one. Is it too late to get a $5,000 policy, a $4,000 policy?
Oh, no, not at all. They have something called guaranteed insurance, right? That's out there right now. You'll see commercials all the time, and they'll advertise it and say, hey, you can get this insurance. There's little questions, and all you have to do is just fill out the application. It's a short application, and you're guaranteed life insurance. What they don't tell you is that I don't care what insurance company you go through or who you're with, there's a 2-year contestability period.
That's it.
If a person passes away within the first 2 years of having a life insurance policy, the insurance company itself can contest it, and they'll do every kind of search that they can to see what happened and why that person passed away. I actually had a situation with a client of mine just recently where the mom had been sick, and we had been talking for some years about getting insurance, but it just kept being pushed off for various reasons. Mm-hmm. Things happen. Parents get stubborn. They don't like to sign things sometimes when they get elderly. Nevertheless, they finally did it. And 2 months after they did it, the parent passed away.
The parent was sick?
Correct, yeah.
So, Regina, to answer your question, is it too late? To me, it's never too late to open a policy, but is it really too late if you don't live out those 2 years?
Well, what happens generally at that point in time, if a person doesn't make it past those 2 years, the insurance company will refund out the amount that was paid in. Those premiums will come back, plus whatever interest is garnered on them while that money was sitting there. So that'll go back to the insured, or to the person who took out the insurance policy, or beneficiary, if you will. But at the end of the day, it's never too late to have it. It's better to have it because you don't know. No one ever knows when we're going to leave here. Most people don't leave home with the intentions of not coming back. There are a few people out there who do think that way, but most people don't. They think when I leave home, I'm coming home at the end of the day, and I'm going to throw my keys up on the counter, and I'm going to kick back and relax. But some people don't make it home. And the reality of it is when they don't make it home, the things that are left behind, which is usually debt, the people who are left behind burden that debt, because they have to now figure out a way not only how they're going to bury this person, but how am I going to pay off this debt that was left behind too.
Well, see, you know what? This is what I learned, because when my dad passed first, then it was my stepmother, then it was my mom, and I remember the IRS. My dad was ill, and my dad took a lot of money that he had invested over the years, and used it to prolong his life, which I'm very grateful for that. And they were paying some taxes, and they owed on taxes, and they tried to come after me. And they really tried to come after me. Like, I got to pay this, I got to pay that, and and found out I didn't have to pay anything. Right. And I mean, they had me such up against the wall for that. And I'm telling a personal story, is because I was really worried. Yeah. I'm like, oh, they're going to come out to my house. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And actually, they harassed me.
Oh, they'll threaten you.
They did. They threatened me, harassed me. And only because my dad, good friend, wife, was an attorney. And she actually had a couple conversations with me. Yeah. And I had it with the IRS. And she said, you want me to talk to them? I said, no, I got it. Because what happens is sometimes when we're stressed, when somebody passes away, and my dad had all his business in order, but that particular part was not. I mean, we didn't have conversations about it. I knew about it, but didn't have detailed conversation about it. But when your back is against the wall and you're dealing with things with personal, and you're sad, or what is that word? Grieving. So you're grieving. You don't know how to react. You have to have somebody help you make good decisions.
No, that's key. And what you said is very important, that there was an attorney that was involved who could give you legal advice.
I got free legal advice.
And that doesn't come too easy these days, free legal advice. And so they were able to kind of navigate you through that ocean that was sitting out there waiting to swallow you up.
It was a big whale.
Yeah.
Big shark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Megalodon.
So Kone.
True story.
I mean, so Regina was saying about, the IRS. So now when you insure your valuables, so say for instance, you insure your valuables, somebody come in, they take something that didn't belong to them. How's repayment? Like, how do they get reimbursed?
Generally, the process is once you've noticed whatever the article is, let's say that was stolen, is missing, once you find out what that article was, and I tell everybody, when you move in somewhere, take pictures. Mm-hmm. You want to take pictures of everything. I don't care if it's a picture of the corner. Take a picture of the corner, and I'll explain why that is. I had a customer.
A picture of the corner.
Oh, yeah. They had mold get into their apartment unit. And so because when they moved in, they didn't take pictures, they didn't take the advice, the landlord said that was already there. And so that wasn't a contaminant or danger to their health, even though they had to move out of that unit. So, people play a lot of games. And so because of that, and you're taking pictures of everything, the walls, you're taking pictures of all your contents. A lot of people don't understand. I have a customer right now, and to God be the glory that she did what she needed to do, but she actually had an apartment fire. And so all of her stuff that was inside of the unit, it didn't get burned up. But when the firefighters came, they put out the fire. So the water damage to all of her belongings, she had to scrap it, and the insurance company had to pay out the full amount for what took place in that apartment. But I mean, think about it. Had she not had pictures, because she had a couple of fur coats. Everyone who lives in an apartment they're not there because they have to be. A lot of people choose to live in that particular environment because it's easier for them. They don't have to cut grass. They don't have to shovel snow. It's easier for them. And so because of that, she had a couple of fur coats and some diamond rings as well. And with that happening, when the fire department came, they put out the fire, but there was damage. She didn't have access to her unit, but the people who ran the apartment complex did. So they came in after the point. They had to make a claim. Some things were missing. Thank God she had pictures of everything and appraisals of everything.
So somebody came in and took some of her belongings out?
Correct.
That was part of the apartment complex.
Well, they can never verify and prove it because there wasn't video footage. But the police had to come back and padlock the apartment to make sure that no one else had entry in or out of that place.
Wow.
That unit, actually.
Wow. So, Kone, I appreciate you saying that. So, what are some of the things that you noticed that are insured? So, like rings, I heard you say diamond rings, but what are some things that people don't really think about?
Computer systems. A lot of people don't think about it because they figure, well, it's a computer, I can go get a new one. But there are some high-end computers out there. A lot of people, young people have gotten into gaming.
So my Apple to me is important.
Right.
Yeah.
My Apple
like,
laptop.
y'all hold that thought right here. We need to take a break and we'll be right back.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
We're back, and we're ending our segment here. We're going to end it with Kone, and then we're going to come back. We're going to end it. We're going to have also our Kermit Presents our events for the week or events for the month that's going on here. Where did we leave off, Kone?
We're talking about the contents of an apartment, your apartment and things of that nature. What was it good to make sure that we're insuring? Of course, we talked about the diamond rings, the fur coats, but there's other things. We talked about the computers, cameras. Cameras are high-end at these days, and people want to make sure that they're getting those cameras covered.
Did you say camera?
Wait a minute, Eric's going to be listening to this. Yeah,
my camera
because we have. How much did we pay for our camera?
We got
we only paid like $500.
I don't know why yours was $5.
We got the same camera.
No, it was all together, Kone. They had me spending a good grip. Okay, I spent
good
about $1,000 for all this equipment, right?
Well, I'm using mine. I'm using mine.
I'm about to see how I can insure myself. But wait, Kone, so I got a question. So if you got homeowners insurance, if you're in a home, I know I insured it for so much, but at some point, can you increase that over the years?
Definitely so.
Okay.
A lot of times what people don't realize, they figure, how is my house insurance so more expensive? Well, most companies in the state of Michigan now do replacement cost, and most people don't understand what replacement cost is. Replacement cost says if your house explodes, blows up, took off its foundation, it's gone, destroyed, how much is it going to cost to rebuild this house and make it just as it is now?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
To do that, it's expensive.
So I got a question. So if you have a claim and you have your deductible is $1,000, and you want to lower your deductible to $500, is that smart to do it after your claim? How long after your claim should you wait in order to lower your deductible?
You can actually lower your deductible after your claim settles, but the reality, I've had people come in and they've had $1,000. I had a guy who had a $10,000 deductible.
Well, why do they allow you to have a $10,000 deductible? That should be against the regulations, against the rules.
When
$10,000?
He came into my place and I looked at that and I asked that. I said, "Are you sure you want your deductible this high?" I never tell anyone how to spend their money. I make suggestions. Now, whether people listen to it or not, that's a whole nother issue. I said, you have a $10,000 deductible. Do you understand that if your basement backs up and you have a $10,000 damage claim to file, you're not going to get anything because what happens is your deductible has to be settled first? I said, if you have a $10,100 claim, you're going to pay $10,000 to get $100. Is that really something that you really want to do? Or would you rather pay and give your $500 to get the $9,500 or $10,000 that's going to be due back to you? You have to put it in terms where people can really appreciate it, because a lot of times, I know we don't have enough time to go in depth with that.
I got a problem with that. I got a problem with a $10,000 deductible.
Oh,
I've never heard of a $10,000 deductible.
I did too, but that agent was just wanting to make the sale. A lot of people don't understand. And agents get paid, and they want to make money. I had a guy come in my office yesterday, and I wasn't going to take – he had a great policy with the company that he was with. So why would I do something that's going to cost him more money for a lesser product? They had things that we don't have and that we can't offer. And so I said to him, you need to keep this. And he was insistent upon, well, I still want you to give me a quote. So we did the quote. And he came back, as I knew it would, higher with less coverages. A lot of people don't understand. In the city of Pontiac, they came through some years ago and they replaced the main for the sewers down the middle of the streets. And so every home, when you flush your toilet or run your water, it taps into that main.
That's true.
Some of those mains weren't tapped back into, which caused backup in people's basements. And when those backups came, insurance claims were filed. And so then what the insurance companies most of the time came in and said is, hey, we cover your house. Anything inside of your house
but
within these
the
four walls. Because you got to remember that line goes from your yard to the sewer main.
So they didn't want to cover the backup.
Exactly.
Okay. So they didn't.
Well,
a lot of insurance
exactly,
companies.
And that made the individual have to come after the city, because whoever it was that put that main in was responsible for tapping all of those homes back in.
But how did that work out? How did that work out with the city?
Well, I have a friend they actually took care of it for him, but that was after $4,000 of having his yard dug up and having his piping scoped. With a company that had a camera on the end of it to verify and prove that it never was tapped back in. So he paid for it initially. The city reimbursed him. But had he not known and didn't have the information, he would have never got his money back.
Wow. Yeah.
So do you have one more point that you can give us before we go into our events for the week?
Yeah.
Or for the month?
I always tell everyone, I don't care what insurance company you're with or who you have insurance with, you document. Until you leave here, you document, and you want that documented with a death certificate when you leave here. Everything, because if it's not in writing, it does not exist. They will promise you the world and give you a crumb. If it's not in writing, it does not exist. So when you document pictures, appraisals, everything that you have, because everything has a value to it.
That's true.
If you spend some money on it, it's got value to it.
Promise you the world and give you a crumb.
Listen, oftentimes we do see that, though. So, I mean.
Before you go, we say this. The headline giveth and the fine print take it away. Always remember that.
I'll never forget that. Listen.
So our first event is Saturday, June 29th, 2004, Pontiac Meals on Wheels presents Blues in the Streets, featuring Southern blues singer Karen Wolf. DJ Chris Calley is going to be on the spin, Jeffrey Big Deal Harris, and DJ Jumper.
Come on, Jumper.
On Saturday, June 29th, 2024, it's 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., free event to the public, free food till 5 p.m., and non-alcoholic drinks. Again, non-alcoholic drinks. Downtown Pontiac, North Saginaw Street, between North Pike and North Lawrence. Sponsored by Oakland County, City of Pontiac, Ageways, Detroit Soul and Blues, Gateway Built, Messy Ace Rub Shack, the Crawford Peters Exclusive Transportation, and Eugene Hawkins State Farm.
Listen, I Am Pontiac's Summer Work Experience program is now offering free enrollment opportunities for children ages 16 to 24. If you are interested in applying, they have open positions now for new and returning youth. And this is happening from June 24th to August the 18th, 2024. Starting wages are $12.50. So if you have youth to age 16 to 24, you want to have them apply for this, they can contact Teresa Brennington, the program manager at I Am Pontiac at goodwilldetroit.org. And if you have children ages 16 to 24, you want to get them working $12.50 an hour from June 24th to August the 18th.
We're getting all our events out of June 2024 Greater Pontiac issue by Kermit Presents. It's a good resources and good business. We have seed lending loan orientation June 25th, 2024 from 12 to 1:30 p.m. One of the sponsors, the location is at OSHA, a community action agency, 196, is it Cesar Chavez Avenue? Wow. Pontiac, Michigan 48342. Join us and discover the requirements necessary to apply for a loan, learn about the loan process, and understand the eligible use of funds. Get started securing the funds you need to help your business grow and reach new heights. More information, contact Crystal Jones, 734-838-3865. That's Crystal Jones at 734-838-3865. info@seedlending.org.
So mark your calendars for the Back to School Bash that's happening on the 10th of August, 2024. This bash will include school supplies, food vendors, games, giveaways, music, entertainment, gel manicures, and more. This is happening at Richardson Park in Pontiac, Michigan from 12 noon to 5. So if you are interested in this, please mark your calendars for August the 10th so that you can plan to attend at Richardson Park from 12 noon to 5 for free school giveaways.
Pontiac Meals on Wheels, the organization that's very dear to my heart that I participate in every year, is having their 27th annual golf outing fundraiser Monday, August 12th, 2024 at the links of Crystal Lake, 800 Golf Drive, Pontiac, Michigan, 4:03 p.m. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. we have prizes and raffles, prizes for top teams, raffles, souvenir book, grab bag. Sponsorships are available. Registration begins at 7 a.m. Breakfast at 7 a.m. Shotgun start at 8 a.m. You can register now at www.pontiacmealsonwheels.net. You can register again at www.pontiacmealsonwheels.net.
So Pontiac is now introducing the Miss Pontiac United 2025, and it is being sponsored by Tracy Hurst and Quintina Austin. They are thrilled to announce an exciting collaboration between Miss Black University and Pontiac United, offering a unique opportunity for young women to shine and make a difference. This year, we are proud to present the Miss Pontiac 2025 pageant, where 3 prestigious titles are up for grabs. That's the Miss Pontiac United Teen, the Miss Pontiac United Junior, and Pontiac United Preteen. If you're interested, please reach out to one of these young ladies at MissBlackUniversity.com.
The last one I want to talk about is the Ride Out show by our guy, Ride Out Mixed Show by our guy, DJ.
Enough said.
I'm like, what? Okay. He's on every Friday night. It's called the Ride Out Mix Show. Check him out on
6
Facebook.
6 p.m. to 10.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks for helping me out with that.
Happy Saturday, everybody. We're so glad
Saturday.
that you tuned in with us.
And have a good week.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.